Today we are going to see number system and digital codes. First we will see introduction to electronic circuits. Now electronic circuits are broadly classified into two categories. First one is digital and second one is analog. Where analog circuits involves quantities having continuous set of values, whereas digital circuit involves quantities having discrete set of values. So for example, if we consider temperature is a physical quantity with continuous nature, right? So if we draw the graph, suppose temperature ranges from 25 degree, 30, 35, then 40, 45. If we plot a graph for temperature over here, we can get a continuous set of values. So if we take any point on this graph and see the corresponding coordinates for that point, we can get the coordinates. So suppose it is 1.5 and temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius. Similarly, if we see graph for digital values, and we plot for discrete values, for first point we will have 0 temperature over here, then after 1, suppose we have 25 degree Celsius, this will remain constant for next value, that is 2. So for suppose 2 we have 35 degrees Celsius, then it will go for 35, it will remain constant for the next value. Again suppose for 3 we have 30 degree, then it will come to 30 degree, and again it will remain constant until it goes for the next value. Here we assume that this temperature is 40, so it will remain 40 up to next value 5, and then it will go to next value. So here if we see, the graph is discrete, so for values from 1 to 2 we have a constant temperature, then again from 2 to 3 we have a constant temperature, that is 35 degree over here. Similarly from 3 to 4 we have constant temperature from 30 to 30. So here we can see in analog graph we have a continuous values, and in digital graph we have discrete values. So now we are going to see advantages of digital data or digital systems over analog systems. Advantages of digital system over analog system.
Now
The first advantage of digital data or analog data is that the circuit for digital system is more reliable. Digital system is more reliable than analog systems. Then digital systems are easy to design and have lower cost than the hardware implementation in digital circuits is more flexible. Hardware implementation is flexible in digital circuits. The effect of noise or interference is much less in digital circuits as compared to analog circuits. Effect of noise or interference is much less than digital circuits can be stored more compactly. Digital signals can be stored more compactly and reproduced with more accuracy and clarity. Digital circuits operate in one of the two states. Now, these states are known as on or off. These states can be represented by two different voltage levels. Usually these levels are high level and low level. These states can also be represented by a switch. If we consider a switch, these levels can be represented as open switch or closed switch. When switch is open, normally it is said to be off state, and when switch is closed, then it is said to be in on state. Similarly, if we use a lamp for representation, then we can say that lamp is off or it is on. When lamp is on, we say this is as high level, and when it is off, we say this one as low level. Such two states are called as binary system. Two states are called as binary system. So symbols used in binary system are 0 and 1. There are two binary bits. Now these voltage levels can be referred to as logic levels. Suppose if we take a graph, zero volt, then 1 volt. If the value lies between this 0 to 1 volt, then it is said to be logic low. Or logic 0. And suppose if we have a voltage level 3.5 volt to say 5 volt, if the value lies between 3.5 volt to 5 volt, then we say it as logic high or logic 1. So this is the minimum level. 3.5 will be the minimum level for logic 1 and 5 will be the maximum level for logic 1. Similarly, 0 volt will be the minimum level for logic 0 and 1 volt will be the maximum level for logic 0. Now we will see introduction to number system. Introduction to number system. Now here we have digits. In any number system we have digits. These are nothing but an ordered set of symbols known as digits. Some of the common used number systems are binary, then decimal, octal, hexadecimal, and so on. Each number system have some predefined rules for performing arithmetic operations. Like addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Now what is meant by radix or base? Radix, or we also call it as base. The number of different symbols used in a system is known as base or radix. For example, suppose we consider a decimal number system we know that the symbols used in decimal number system are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So here we can see that the number of symbols used is total 10. So the base or radix for decimal number system is 10. So if we write a decimal number, suppose 982, then we will write the base as 10. Similarly, if we see another example, if we take 58, then we will write here base 10. Suppose we consider binary number system. We know that the symbols used in binary number system are 0 and 1. So here only two symbols are used. So the base will be, or we can say radix, it will be 2. So if we see a binary number 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, this will be represented by base 2. Or we see another example 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here also we will see base will be 2. Similarly, in octal number system, we know that the symbols used are 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the total symbols used are 8. If we see base for octal number system, it will be 8. Suppose we have a number 7, 1, 2, we will write base 8. Another example, if we write 342, again we will have base 8. Now in hexadecimal number system, the symbols used are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E and F. So if we see, the number of symbols are total 16. So if we write a hexadecimal number, then the base will be 16. Similarly, if we see another example, again base will be 16. Thank you.